Today we will talk about Velo, XRP, and XLM because all of them appear to be extremely interconnected. And with SBI expanding into HashKey, which goes even farther into Japan and goes right back into Velo itself, the rapid growth of the Stellar network could be a sign of what is in store for things like Velo and SHX that are built on top of Stellar. And it all ties into how Velo is already set up as a bank. Here is an overview statement from HashKey on their recent developments in Hong Kong.
Are you live now? Have you started? Tell us all about the journey to get this approval.
Okay, thank you. We just got approved from SFC about our Type 1, Type 7 license uplifting, which makes HashKey Exchange the first licensed exchange in Hong Kong to serve both institutional and retail investors. The license allow investors to buy and trade crypto like Bitcoin and Ethereum through HashKey Exchange. And the first license for retail users in Hong Kong is like a major milestone for the entire industry. Just like Coinbase to US market or Orbit to the Korean market. There is and should be a cutting edge and trustworthy exchange leading major markets like Hong Kong. And Hong Kong is going to have its own flagship crypto exchange and become a significant market all over the world.
Unfortunately, because I am in the jurisdiction of the corporate-controlled US, I'm not able to open up a lot of information on the HashKey site. However, if you go into the About Us, HashKey is an exchange committed to providing clients with a regulatory compliant and secure platform. They hold a Type 1 dealing with securities and Type 7 providing automated trading services license issued by the SFC and have local on-off ramps support in Hong Kong, which allows clients to easily transfer USD in between local bank accounts and HashKey Exchange. HashKey invested in Velo before they partnered with Ripple and XRP. Here is a little bit on that, and it even ties in Central Bank, and it also talks about UOB, and each of those two are shown here and here. They are also an investor in Lightnet, which has direct connections into Stellar and Velo, as it is the company behind the actual protocol itself. The interesting thing about HashKey is that it is also tied into Hong Kong spot Bitcoin and Ether ETFs that just went live, which is shown here with an example of the HashKey Ether ETF. The era of tokenized ETFs across the XRPL is here. HashKey DX will reduce supply chain finance solutions to Japan through collaboration. Ripple and will be built on XRPL. And again, that ties right back into Velo as Keith Hingal added on to Chad's post. HashKey is also connected into Archax, working on standards and processes to support liquidity and quality in digital asset listings. HashKey is Hong Kong's top digital asset company, and Archax is FCA-regulated digital securities exchange. And Archax is also connected to Ripple-owned Metaco, who provides institutional custodian services.
30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Archax. Here we go. Find my original projections, but the total market is 1.4 quadrillion, everything that's ever out there. And if you start looking across any of those asset classes, they're all starting to move on-chain already. And the ease with which we've seen people interested in money market funds, tokenized treasuries, and those types of instruments, the support for stablecoins, when you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital, and that's trillions of assets on its own that move. So, tens of trillions, I think we could see. And bearing in mind it's 1.4 quadrillion, this is still a tiny slice of a huge market. 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Artex.
Here is Archax's site, and it talks about all of what they do, including custody. To further connect it into Stellar, I talked about this a couple of times, and I have a couple of more topics to tie it into as well. But in 2019, SBI invested in Elliptic, who also has an exclusive partnership with the SEF. And they are all about wallet screening capabilities that concentrate on and help provide regulatory clients for businesses and institutions. Ripple is extremely connected into Japan, as Ashley Prosper has extensively talked about. And it is interesting that all of the happenings in Japan right now come as the Japanese yen is having a lot of issues. And the Bank of Japan is talking more and more about a CBDC. And not only do XRP and XLM have a ton of direct involvement in the development of CBDCs, Velo does as well. In the February 2024 article here, Velo is talking about interoperability and CBDCs. And it even specifically talks about XRP. And it compares Velo to XRP as a utility token that allows one to conduct transfers faster, cheaper, and more efficiently, which is done because of their products such as Universe and Orbit that will tap on to the coming 2024 Thai government's pre-crypto giveaway. And all of this begins to make the price predictions of $1, $2, and even up to $10 not sound all of that far-fetched, because XRP had a $130 billion market cap in 2017 and 2018. If Velo had that, it would equate to $17. And because we were talking about institutions and how Velo is holistically organized as a bank, in 2020, Velo, Lightnet, and Visa partnered up to develop payment solutions in Asia, which again tie back into XRP and XLM. Lightnet has been an investment of HashKey for a while, and they were also funded by the same VC that funds XDC and IOTA, which are two of the big ones in the quote-unquote ISO 222 cryptos. Lightnet is tied to Velo, which is what Interstellar joined with connections into Stellar and Chain. McCaleb and David Mazieres, who designed Stellar, are advisors of Velo, and it all ties back into China. Here it calls out Lightnet, and it even talks about Casper. Here are the Stellar connections, and I've got some more information on Professor Townsend, who also has a ton of ties of his own. Interstellar and Velo are also tied into, on top of Net, was also called out by the Faster Payments Council. And the thing that you put in between central banks is called Velo, which came out of an interesting tweet from Velo itself. One of the main functions of the Velo token is collateral in transactions and issuance of digital credits, which are explained in this 2023 article on how Velo Digital Credits are an improvement on a stablecoin and how the protocol operates in order to maintain a one-to-one peg. Protocol permits institutions to create and exchange Velo assets pegged one-to-one and backed by Velo tokens, which act as a secondary guarantee to ensure settlement of all fiat deposits, and that is all because of digital credits, which are once again their own improvement on stablecoins. Digital credit issuance locks the Velo tokens in a contract that is tied to a fiat deposit, as well as the digital credits. And that three-leg contract ensures final settlement of digital credits in the Velo network and ties the Velo collateral to the fiat deposit and digital credit. And all of that ties into how they are operating as a decentralized settlement bank. Velo's vice chair has said that Velo is the JPM, or Citibank, that basically underwrites credit. Kay Thingal explained it extremely well. The Velo token itself isn't meant to be utilized in end-user settlement. Instead, they have created infrastructure that will allow them to effectively act as a digital bank.